So I hope he will be able. I hope that Mark will be able to follow us on the YouTube. So if he had some question or remarks, so he could make some proposal. Okay, it's good. I will talk about the work package 8 about dealing with communication and dissemination. So I do apologize. I hope I will make a good presentation of what Mark written and expect from us. So about communication, the key issue is to communicate about the results of the project among us and at different level. And we've been talking this morning about being visible. So the key issue is what will remain after the end of the project, what remain after presentation of the project, and so on and so on. So the objective of the work package is to ensure the internal communication between the members of the consortium, the work package, and different partners involved in the project implementation, to carry out the external communication to decision maker, or participant, and also at the national level and at the EU level. And also to promote the different deliverables and as well as a recommendation which will come out from the different work package. So there are 6 tasks in this work package, and we will see them. And there's as well 3 partners: French Guiana, ITC from Canary Island, and Nexa from Reunion. So ITC, Alma, or someone else, if they want to add something, because as you can see, thanks to them, we already have a logo and this beautiful background and the roll-up. So
well, we have a brief presentation about this task that is almost done, because what we were working was on the visual identity on the program. So we were working with one of our colleagues in ITC, who was, first of all, we were defining this is what is the content of the visual identity, what we have done till now. So we're working on definition of a logo. We will see more in detail later why we have this logo, etc. We were working on the development of the roll-up that you can see, not here, sorry. We have developed banners as well, the slide template that was used here, and other issues. So just for your information, if you don't remark this before, everything is on the drive. So we have a specific folder with visual identity, templates, and communication material. If you feel you need something else, we can adapt and develop it as well. So, by the way, there was some adaptations for the folders that we have in paper and these flags that we have outside. So everything that was already developed is there. I say again, if you detect that we need something else, we can go work on that. For the logos, well, there were 3 proposals you should receive at the beginning, the last month. So there is explanation why the proposals are like this. First of all, the colors were chosen based on a previous work that was done for it exists seal or a label about the food or that comes from the Ottomans region, have a specific logo, and our designer was inspired on that, so that's why he's using these colors. We have a remark from one of the partners, I don't remember who was exactly, talking about that they missed the red color because it's in some of the, it was you, Vanessa, okay, because it's in some of the flags. And talking also with the designer, he said, well, usually we only use 3 colors, but we can take that into account, so we can think on including the color in the future in the next activity that we will do as well. But that's why initially it was done on that. So there was some votes online in Doodle, so we have this 1, 2, and 3 options. And finally, the one that was chosen, you know, because it's everywhere today here. We have the logo available in colors, in different formats as well, so you can use the vectorial logo as well for anything you need for communication. And we have 2 forms, the square and the rectangle in all of them. So this is in color, this is when you need in black and white, or if you need in white for a dark background, we can use this one. And all of them are already uploaded. Well, this is the roll-up. It's available, it's in PDF format, and it was printed with this, like this. So it works, it's good quality, as you can see. If you want to print it in your regions, take into account that there is this small red around. This is a mark for cutting the roll-up, but there are 2 versions also online. About the banners, there are also some banners available, so you can use there is one up, so if it's very long, we can use that banner, and there are some square as well for social network or other things. Again, this is the first proposal, so if something else is needed, just let us know, but this is well, for the slides, you know, because we are using them now. So there are different types of slides for transitions, for the initial, when we start the presentation, etc. And, well, it could be developed other material. For instance, in the proposal, we talk also about having a template for newsletter. If something that we are going to add, because, well, that should be defined more in detail when the communication plan is defined, but it's something that could be done as well. And of course, that will be the image that we will use in the website that Philip will let us know later. This is other material that is also developed. So we have for accreditation different options and colors, depending if you organize an event, if you want to have a specific accreditation for the press or for someone that you need to highlight inside the audience, so we can have all these templates. And, well, now I'm moving to the next task, that is also ITC the owner or the responsible of this task, that is related with creating a brand to identify research produced in Autonomous region. We have not yet worked on that because we were mainly concentrated in the first task because of the kickoff meeting. Of course, with this basis, we can develop brochures and other material. But concerning this is something different. Here, what we are talking about is about have something to remark when the kind of brand label saying that the research comes from the Autonomous region. There is no visual development yet, but I wanted to show you, if I can find it here, an example. Oh, it's close. Well, don't worry. As I told you, there is it already exists a label about the food. I don't know if you have seen it before. It's something like a sun. You have something yellow, like a sun. Then the sea, so some lines in blue and some lines in green. And then the flag, the European flag, and the name of the origin. We know this is already working in the Canary Islands, and is published in the Canary Island government webpage. So when somebody wants to have this brand it's for food. So when want to have this brand in the food in the label, they have to contact to the government, the department that is related with food things, and have some rules to follow. So the idea is also to have not only some visual brand that we can use like the logo, but to explain, I mean, a seal is more than a logo. It should be some reason behind and something to be promoted. And it's something that we have not yet worked on that, but it will be very interesting to have your inputs or your ideas. We were also checking the possibility to request a certification, EU certification, not certification, mark, like a trademark, but not trademark. Maybe there is something like collective mark. It exists, but we were checking that you can use that for the origin, so geographical origin. So it could fit from the point of view of all of us. We come from autonomous region, but it seems that you need to be an association. For instance, a common use is the certification of origin of the wine. So all the wineries that are in a specific association, they can use this. And it's something that we would like to check. Maybe it has no sense, it's just an idea, but could be something more formal as well and give a visibility, go for this kind of trademark or certification. I don't know if you have any comment or you have any experience on that, or it could have sense, but it's just an idea to explore. Also to try to see that we are doing something high quality and the origin of our research. That's the idea. So I don't know if you have any comment or question, because we need some inputs on that, because we are going to work from now on this part. Otherwise, I give again the floor to... No comments? Okay.
Excuse me in advance, because it's a naive question. Why the F is not capital, please?
Why the F is not capital? There were some proposals with the F in capital, if I'm not wrong. At the beginning. Here, only capitals. This is one of them. No, this one, no. I remember, I think there was an intermediate one that were also with F, no? No. So, Alma, do you know why? I don't know. No. There is a project about audiovisual that is also an European project with the capital, let's say? No, exactly the same like that one. Okay. So they have the answer. I know that from the point of view of registering the name of the project, there is a forward project. We already checked that, and it was real audiovisual. So thank you for the explanation. In our team, we like it more these letters, but was just a kind of that we found it more soft but yeah, could be. So finally, all of you, not all of you, but most of you choose it. So I hope you are happy with our logo that we will use for the next 3 years. If there are no more comments. Yep. Micro.
Because the brand on food, I was searching after our discussion, it's a quality scheme, which means that there must be, there is some criteria you have to comply with to have this quality brand. So, I don't know, if we want to go for this way, we would have then to define criteria which might come out from our definition of excellence, which might be different from I don't know, other criteria that I use.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Well, apart from what I was saying about the trademark, that maybe it has no sense because it's not for trade, it's for research. If we want them to be a quality, to show quality, we need to define what are the criteria. Who has this? Not only because we are in an autonomous region, but because we have an excellence that we can show. So yeah, it's not only a visual issue, it's more than that. And we have to show that as well, to define and show it. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I leave your presentation.
Okay, so after task 8.4, Philippe, if you want to say something regarding the website, which is closely linked to work package 2, and as you like. Oops.
I'm very sorry because I thought about presenting a prototype today that is inspired by a platform that we have already designed in La Réunion, but it's not ready yet. So I will have the pleasure to send you some figures and some illustrations in a few days. The idea is to develop brief websites right now, actually, so that we can communicate on the project and illustrate the work that is being done right now. And in the meantime, we will be developing the platform that I was talking to you about. The whole idea of this platform, as inspired by the model that was made in Iranian, is twofold, actually. The first objective is to illustrate the research and innovation capabilities and projects that are going on in the different regions. So we will have two different ways to access to it, either through the fields of interest or by clicking on each region. And we had a discussion at lunch during lunch, and people insisted on the need to have a mapping option, to have the opportunity to focus on a territory and to illustrate where the research capabilities and projects are, all the research is going on. So we will introduce, of course, this idea. And the second objective is to offer the opportunity for people to connect, to network, so that they could identify the right interlocutor, the right stakeholder, and discover the kind of project it is actually developing, so that they could build together new projects and new opportunities. So that will be the two main goals of the platform. I'm looking forward to have some feedback and some volunteers that will join the project and that will join the conception for the conception of the platform, as well as beta testers, people who would like to test the platform and see if it goes the way they want, or if they want to modify it or add some specific traits. So I will send you rapidly an email about this, and I hope we'll have a great platform that will honor the quality of the projects that are going on in our utmost regions.
Thank you. So now the task which French Guiana lead, task 1, 5, and 6. I'm going to task 1, which is about the design of the communication strategy. The objective, improve the visibility and knowledge about research and innovation ecosystem in OR. For sure, reinforce the notoriety of this research and innovation ecosystem at the level of the EU, always to be more visible and form our specificity and challenges being more visible. Favors the information and the involvement of project partner, so to through an effective communication at different operational level of the project, and also to advertise the project to civil society and other stakeholders. So the target, what will be the target of this communication strategy? European Commission, the different partner of the project and actor in the research innovation community and ecosystem, for sure at the local, national, and EU level, and more broadly, civil society. To design and also to implement the communication strategy, so the logo has been designed. There's also already a graphic charter, which has been designed by ITC. Regarding the internal communication, which is the idea is to promote a smooth communication between the different partners of the project, and to have a better cohesion and stronger mobilization of each other. Action which will be set up, constitution and provision of partner OR of a database on the organization and actor of the research and innovation in the OR, in order to better know and to facilitate exchanges, which will be the database and what has been explained by Philippe. Installation of a communication system between the work package, like internet, social network, newsletter, and the person in charge of task and each set of sim group. So they will be informed. It's always to better know what's going on in each working group and each task, and to better interact. And also an intranet that will be installed within the website, the back office, which will use also social network like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Regarding the external communication, so being visible at the EU, national, and other level, this is the main objective, and also the link with other projects which share the same theme as Forward. So the different tools that will be used and developed were, as mentioned before, intranet, social network, biannual news bulletin, some article on the project in different media, 3 video to promote the excellencies of research and innovation in OR, 7-minute video, and on some key aspect of the project, some press release at a different level, once again, local, regional, national, and EU, and some newsletters. So regarding task 6, which is about organizing different conferences at the international level, there will be 3 international conferences. One will take place in July in Réunion Island. Another one should take place at midterm of the project, which will be organized by French Guiana. And the last one will take place in Brussels, and it will be organized by Guadeloupe. And an assessment of the effectiveness of the communication strategy and communication plan will be conducted as well, based on the deliverable and and the target of the communication strategy. Actually, Mark is expecting from each of us the designation of a referee, communication referee from each work package to interact with them and to share the communication among the consortia. So if you have any question, I think the better is to go back to Mark and send them to him. Sorry.